Have you ever thought about why you may have negative or positive associations with certain foods you eat? Have you ever wondered what your flavor and taste palette would be like if you had natural, healthy, and uncontaminated taste buds? Healthy, nutrient-dense foods should be naturally delicious to humans. And toxic foods are supposed to taste bad to us. We see this in our ancestral blueprint, where hunter-and-gatherer tribes immediately go for the raw organ meats like liver first. These tribes typically ate foods like plants only when high-quality animal fats weren't as readily available. But here we are, with most people thinking pizza and candy taste better than raw liver and brain. A world where toxic, anti-nutrient-dense plants like wheat, soy, spinach, yeah, I said it, and beans are considered healthy, but nutrient-dense foods like eggs, liver, and butter are considered unhealthy. For thousands of generations before our modern human lives, we developed a taste for high-quality animal foods that can maintain your weight for freezing cold winters. So why do you feel naturally inclined to eat literal toxic poisons you've been marketed to believe are considered food over the actual food you evolved to eat? It's not easy to gauge what you would personally prefer in nature, but we can pinpoint why these preferences occur. And consciously reflecting on your senses when eating certain foods you don't like can help you better decipher whether the food is actually toxic or healthy. If you were born in the last 70 years, chances are you were not born and raised eating the natural foods our ancestral evolutionary blueprint calls for. You were most likely born and raised being fed anti-nutrient dense, toxic food-like products. Many of these toxic food-like products, like processed and junk foods, are literally formulated to be addictive. This is just normal business strategy for these companies in order to compete with other toxic companies, keeping prices low and production high. It's not a theory this happens. These companies are very public and open with the poison they put in these foods. It's literally in the ingredients list right in front of your eyes for you to read yourself. But most consumers will never go and research every single ingredient one by one. But you should. Most consumers still listen to what the marketing and PR team of that company told you to believe. This is about making money for these companies. They're not here to make the world a better place or to make you healthy. And they're clear about that fact as well. This toxic waste byproduct that has been marketed to us as food alters your taste buds over time. Whether from the DNA destroying formula you were fed as a baby, or the neurotoxic sugar cereal you were fed daily growing up, or the oats you still eat every single morning, the more low-quality processed carbs, sugars, and salts you eat, the less sensitive your taste buds become to products you were born and raised eating. Have you ever noticed people who grew up on toxic food-like products like processed foods, high omega-6 oils, and grains will be really grossed out by highly nutrient-dense foods? Are you one of those people? I sure was. And at the same time, these people love things like bread and processed meats, which barely has real flavor and nutrients. The reactions from consuming these products is almost exactly the same as doing hard drugs like cocaine and methamphetamine. What you think tastes good is actually just a release of dopamine and opioids that comes from toxins like processed carbohydrates. Your body is itching for your next fix with the same mechanisms as a drug addict. The immediate intake of highly refined carbohydrates results in inflammation, imbalanced hormones like insulin and leptin, unhealthy fat storage, and continued hunger. A study titled "Intense Sweetness Surpasses Cocaine Reward" found intense sweetness can surpass cocaine reward even in drug-sensitized and addicted individuals. Another study on sugar titled "Neuronal Nicotinic Acetylcholine Receptor Modulators Reduce Sugar Intake" found that long-term consumption will eventually reduce dopamine levels. This means one must consume higher levels of sugar to get to the same reward levels and avoid mild states of depression. Our brains can all generally recognize the same 5 tastes. This includes bitter, sweet, salty, sour, and savory. But these blends of flavors and aromas can trigger preferential changes from person to person and use all 5 of our senses when eating, including taste, touch, sight, smell, and sound. That data is filtered through your memories and associations to decide how you feel about what you're eating. The aromas from the food provides everything else for the eating experience. When you chew and breathe, the aromas from the food will rise from the back of your mouth and out through your nose. You can only sense 5 flavors with your tongue, but the human nose has roughly 400 types of scent receptors that can detect at least 1 trillion different sense. Next time you have any kind of reaction to what you're eating, ask yourself if that's because that food is actually a toxin or just your cultural conditioning controlling your mind and body. More often than not, it's probably your cultural conditioning. You're human. Be natural. Be happy. Be healthy. Be free. Hey, you just got to the end of this video. Congratulations. All right, so I just need to let you know that I work extremely hard to release these types of videos weekly. I don't make money doing this. I'm just doing this to make the world a better place. So please help me grow my channel. Like this video, comment and leave some feedback. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, share this video with your friends, because together we can make the world a happier and healthier place. Love you.